What's up, family? I told you I was coming, trying to give y'all this content. You know what I'm saying? I told y'all, got to be a man of my word. You know what I'm saying? So I'm definitely here. I'm in the building. ABLAKK, one part of the Storm Morning team. I'm here to represent, like always do. You know what I'm saying? But like I told y'all, my brother Groove, he doing his daddy thing, but definitely be back in the fall, with that fresh content for y'all, trying to grow the channel and everything like that. You know what I mean? So, if y'all can support, hit the Cash App, that'd be greatly appreciated. Yeah, man, some good news, you know what I'm saying, in the world of Kane fans, we got two new commits. We got, I think, offensive interior lineman, big boy. I think he like 6'4", 320. You know what I'm saying? Definitely a people mover, you know what I'm saying? And, what Coach Mario is doing with recruiting right now is nothing short than amazing. And I'd be lying if I said I was surprised, because I'm not. That's what he does. That's who he is. And that's what he's always been. You know what I'm saying? And I honestly feel that this team is going to be so hungry because they tasted success last year, something that they haven't tasted in a long time. And it was one throw away from winning the Natty. And I know that taste is so bitter, like 100 lemons and limes in their mouth. You know what I'm saying? On top of some Sour Patch Kids. You know what I'm saying? So I know them young men are hungry. You know what I'm saying? I know they're hungry. I know the coaching staff is hungry. I definitely like that. The two coaches that we promoted, like I spoke about last week, and the other brother that we just hired to coach the Nichols, who coached with our DC Heatherman before. Like I said, two great hires. And also the other young man, the recruit, the linebacker, that's what is it, Gardner, North Carolina, not too far from where I'm at right now. When I moved down here, not too far. I may try to get up there and check them out, so I can put eyes on them, so I can give y'all some, some content on some detailed content from seeing them live and what I think of his game, like I've done every recruit that I could see eyes on, like I did with Nick Harbor, like I did with Dylan Stewart, like I did with Tyreek Evans, the receiver from Huff. So, I was able to give that fair assessment. Also, like I gave you on Camden Portis, that fair assessment of players. But zip all that. That's cool, but that ain't why I'm really here today. You know what I'm saying? I'm sweating, I'm hot, because some news dropped. Me being an African man of African descent, and in a protector, what I'm saying, hold that line for the vanguard of the community. We hold the Watoto, which means children. We hold them at a high standing, right? We protect children at all costs from anybody. Don't matter if you family, friend, foe, whatever. We protect children at all costs, right? So some news that dropped on Michael Morales, y'all know him as Flo, who pretty much tried to use volleyball and playing time and training to a 15-year-old girl to have sex with him. And now he talking about the story is one-sided. No, bro. Why you take a plea deal? Everybody who knows, because I got family members who've been in the system, you take a plea deal a lot of times to what? To get a lesser charge, right? To get a lesser charge sometimes. But ain't no man, there's no man to me that I'm affiliated with that would take a plea deal which would require me to register as a sex offender. Not doing it. Not doing it. I'm not doing it at all. Yes, please smash that like button, please. Not doing it, bro. I don't care. A dude like that he's Brother Malcolm said, a man cusses because he can't find the words to express himself. And I can, so let me refrain. Because I was getting ready to let one slow. A gentleman like that is scum. Straight trash. And need to be dealt with. Right? Need to be dealt with. Because pedophilia is real. And it's sick individuals that's out here preying on these babies. Coaches who are supposed to be leaders in the community and developing, being makers of men and makers of women. But you're using your power in the wrong way. And like the young lady said, shout out to her. And like the young lady said, well, if I don't do it, does that mean I can't train? And he's like, you got to be all in. So, bro, did you do that before? Yeah, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say, yeah, you done did it before. You've done it before, and you walk around here, you know what I'm saying, acting like you king-ish, that your ish don't stink, you know what I'm saying, you know what I mean, because you know a couple people, and you think you know ball, but you really don't. That's why you never, when I offer to watch film with you, you never wanted to watch film with me, because you know you can't get with me. You know you can't stand up to this pressure. You know you can't stand up to this pressure, especially when we talking DBs and running backs. You never wanted to watch film with me. I asked you. This was when I was in D.C., 2022. I said, yeah, man, you get to all 22. I would love to watch film with you. But your bump didn't never do it. But that's neither here nor there. We talking about the fact that you preying on young women. You's a scum, dude. You's a scum. And if you went to jail, you already know what's going down. Somebody will make you get on your knees and fix it. Because that's one thing they don't tolerate. There's rules to this. You mess with women or children. When you go up in them institutions, it's on. You a marked man. What's your paperwork? You's a sucker, dude. You's a sucker. Then I was reading some dude talking about, oh yeah, Flo, you know, sometimes some dude trying to use God. You trying to tell me God is okay with you messing with babies? Stop, dude. See, because you got some of them cats brainwashed. God got nothing to do with it. Talking about, yeah, sometimes God put things in your path. Oh, so God put young women for him to prey on? Does that make sense? Well, maybe your God work like that. But my God who created the heavens and the earth and all things good commands us of vengeance, baby. Shout out to Bookman Duddy. See, because my God don't work like that. My God don't work like that. My God is like, yo, you protect the children. And me being a father of 2 boys and a daughter. Nah, B, when I read that news, I was infuriated. Infuriated, bro. I don't do that, bro. But like I said, I remember when I was working in D.C., not gonna name my student, but she was a special needs student. My girl, that was my girl. That was my girl. Her mom had a good job, and their cousin just got out of jail. So I noticed my homegirl coming to school, and for like a week, she acting different. Like something wrong with her. Like something wrong with her. What's up, family? Yo, what up, Jay? Like something wrong with her. And I'm like, yo, what's going on? So I went to her mom when her mom came to pick her up for my after school program. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day. And I said, yo, sis, what's up with what's up with baby girl? You know what I'm saying? She's like, Mr. A. And I said, nah, you need to tell me what's going on. She was like, her cousin came home and did something to her. And I was like, he touched her? She was like, yeah. I was like, say no less. Say no less. Drop the name, drop the address where he stayed. Say no less. Boom. Let things, plotted, planned, and the rest is history. No, nobody lost their life, but somebody got lumped up real bad. Because it's a lot of gentlemen that I know that I ran with in DC. We ain't handle that. We didn't play that. We didn't play nobody touching no child. We don't do that. So we went and we handled that situation. Now, don't mean it may not stop him from going from going to do that to somebody else's. But best believe he would never touch baby girl again. See, in men, we have to be the vanguards of our communities. We cannot allow that type of behavior in our communities. You know what I'm saying? We cannot allow that in our communities, preying on our children. I don't care how cool they may be. I don't care who they are. We got to show the children that we're going to protect them, because the children don't ask for that. They don't deserve that. They don't deserve their innocence taken from them. Now, that young girl, she probably loved volleyball. We don't know what she could have been. Now, who knows? She probably hates it now because she relates volleyball with him because of that crud ball. But mind you, it's the same dude. This is the same guy, Michael Morales, the same dude who knows a girl, and the girl told him, my boyfriend don't like the N-word. He doesn't like to be called the N-word. Now, that girl is a relative of his, and told him, my boyfriend don't like the N-word. You know what he does? Thinking it's funny? Start calling him the N-word to his face, thinking it's funny. See, because that was me, I would have broke his face. Because first of all, I would have asked my lady, I'm like, yo, didn't you tell him I don't like that? And once she'd have told me, yeah, and he said it, I would have broke his face. His whole shit would need to be wired. So that's the type of individual you dealing with right there. You're dealing with a racist pedophile right there who deliberately called another black man the N-word. Well, called a black man the N-word because he ain't black. Right? But guess what? To me, it wouldn't have made no difference if he was. He's still wrong if he did it after being told he didn't like it. But he think it's okay because he hang around black people. Nah, bro, it ain't okay. Hell, my nephew is half Puerto Rican. So since he's half Puerto Rican, is it okay for me to call him a spick? No, it's not. It's not. It's not okay. It's a racial slur. It's not cool. I grew up around a lot of Spanish-speaking individuals, Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, all. I grew up around them in back in Waterbury. The South End, Baldwin, South Main Street. The South End of my city was predominantly Spanish. My city was broken up into sections. It's wild. The North End was predominantly black folk, mixed in with some Spanish, some whites. The West End, all whites. Your Italians, your Polish, your Jewish, all that, right? The East End was a mixture of everybody, black, Spanish, white, right? The South End, predominantly Spanish. You had some brothers and you had some white folk living in that area too, but it was predominantly Spanish. We went to school with them. We played baseball together, football together. You see what I'm saying? We didn't disrespect each other like that. Cats knew where to draw the line. Now, we may rag and joke on each other, but we never disrespected each other's culture. Never. And people know where I stand. Like, yo, if you don't know my name, just call me bro. Or just call me A. Don't call me that. I don't identify as that. I do not fall under the category where cats say, oh, we took over the word. No, you can't take over something that was never yours. And why do we want to take over something so degenerate? You don't see no other group of people doing that but us. But I'm going to spin the block on that. That's another conversation for another day. I'm going to get back to Michael's sick, deviant self. I'm going to get back. I'm holding this dude feet to the fire, baby. Put it on the macaroon, as the ancestors used to say back in Kemet. Spin that block and put that mark right there. Because he need to be dealt with. So I advise any parent who this young man, who this guy, this old dude came in contact with, ask your child those questions. Did this man ever say anything, do anything to you? Period. Spin the block on him. And all you dudes in Miami, all you brothers that hang out with this dude and find this out, y'all need to G-check him. Y'all need to G-check him, Dade County. I'm calling Dade County to the front. Stand up. Put your boots on and let's hit the ground. Because some serious questions need to be asked and we need some answers. How many children have you touched, Michael? How many lives have you ruined? So I'm asking all the brothers. And I'm really asking all my IAT brothers who ride with that spirit of John Jack Dessalines and Bookman, that got that warrior spirit in you. My brothers from Haiti, my sisters from Haiti, my sisters from Jamaica, my brothers from Jamaica, my brothers from Cuba, my sisters from Cuba, just my brothers and sisters from the Caribbean, period, that rolled around in Dade, and my brothers of African descent that was born on this diaspora, but your roots trace back like mine. Just the whole black community in all that know this dude. Check him. Ask him. Yo, and he gonna tell you, he gonna try to give y'all some fluffed up story. Like, yo, B, like somebody said to him, like, why would they say sexual text messages? It don't make sense if you didn't do it. Like, bro, why would she say that? Then why would you tell her? Why would you tell her to discard the messages? You know what I'm saying? Why would you tell her to erase the messages if it was innocent? Right? What does she got to be all in on, Michael? And I'm saying your name. I'm saying your name because your name is already out. It's already been out there. Ain't that what you used to say? Well, I'm going to say his name now to recruit since it's already been published. So now I'm going to say his name. So, yeah, I'm going to say your name because it's already out there. A news publication, it's already out there everywhere. Michael Morales. You don't get that other title that you was going by on the internet now because you was a bad representation of the university. You a bad representation. You's a scum, bro. You are a scum. You are a piece of ish. Word life. That's what you are. And it ain't just you. Anybody who messes with children and think it's okay, I do not rock with, because you take their innocence away and you ruin them for life. And if they're not in a position to get therapy, they're going to be doomed for the most part. And you contributed to that, bruh. You contributed to that. What you think, you just gonna stick your head in the sand and let this go by? Nah, B, I got a platform. I don't just use it to talk sports. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm built different. I'm built different. I was raised by a man. I was raised by a man who was 100% man. A man who sat across from Malcolm, who taught me about the Panthers, the Buffalo Soldiers, Marcus Messiah Garvey, and the importance of knowing knowledge yourself and knowing who you are and what you are and where your people come from. And to stand up and be righteous and speak for those who can't speak for themselves and defend those who can't defend themselves. And as a coach, and I've been a coach for over 20 years, you can ask any parent of any player that I've ever coached. They never have to worry about Coach A doing anything bad to their child. But I was always front and center to take it for their child. Something went down. I would go to the school and speak to principals and vouch for children. Parents used to put me on the paperwork so I can go up to the school. Because as a coach, we're in the business of making men or women, if you coach women, to build up women. We're makers of men. But you were in the business of trying to lay down with the women, the young girls. That's what the business you were in. And you may not be coaching adolescents, young girls anymore. Now you're preying on the older women. Yeah, they could probably make better decisions for themselves because they're older. You're still a predator. You're still a predator. That's what you are, dude. You're a predator. You use your position, bro. You use your position. I'm a DC man that with ties to the Caribbean and Africa, but hold my own in the city. Trust. If he slips up and hits the feds, it is what exactly, DC Mule. Exactly, fam. Like, yo, like I ain't from DC, but guess what? I'm DC. I spent 20 plus years in DC. They adopted me. You know what I'm saying? Them hoods in DC adopted me. I had a pass because what I brought to the community, for what I brought to the young men. Searcy Quarters, Trinidad, you know what I'm saying? Tyler House, Southeast. Like, yo, I lived in Southeast, Congress Heights. Like, bro, we don't play that, man. We don't play that. Like, stop, bro. No. Like the song say, yes, the children are our future. And you protect the children at all costs from predators and prey. And you did the opposite. You preyed on them. You preyed on their innocence, bro. And you dangled that fruit. That fruit was training and playing time. You dangled that over her. And some other ones that you probably did that they just ain't came out. Because the statistics say, they say, just because you got caught with one, it's more than one victim, bro. I guarantee you got more than one victim. I can guarantee that in my Denzel Washington voice. I guarantee it. That you preyed on more than just one. And I'm kind of shocked that ain't nobody else going on and talking about you and calling you some scum. Because that's what you are. And like I said, the brothers and sisters and Dave that you rock with need to step to you like men and ask you some hard questions, yo. You out here messing with children? Real talk. You know what I'm saying? But we'll bang on each other over some turf or some other crap. But we ain't gonna step to you. Somebody need to bang on you to go see you and have that conversation. And keep it manly. Like, yo, B, I had you around my peoples, and you out here, you messing with little girls? You a pedophile? Like, bro, ain't no explaining that. There's no explaining that. Like, you have to make that make sense. You have to make that make sense, bro. And you took a plea deal. What the hell is that? Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Nothing but some Jehovah's Witnesses. I ain't answering the door because I would have flamed them up too. I would have flamed them straight up. Get out of here. But yeah, you took a plea deal where you got to register as a sex offender. Like I said earlier, the men that I know, there's no way on God's green earth that I'm going to take a deal where I got to register as a sex offender. We just going to court. We're going to trial. We going to trial. I'm not registering as no sex offender. I'm not admitting guilty. No, hell no. Sorry, Brother Malcolm, but that one had to come out. No. Like, come on, man. But you get on your shows and you want to act like you know everything. But like I said, you ain't never, since it was 2022, when I said, yo, I watch film with you. And you like, oh, I bet. Like, yeah, we could do that. And you never did. Because you know I was going to give you that work. Like I gave you that work when me and Rasta was breaking down DBs. And I was giving you that work. But, you know, some of your minions, you know what I'm saying? Some of your minions who can't think for themselves, thinking you was right when you were really wrong, they can't think for themselves. That's why they don't know what to do. They're like, oh my God, you know, we're about to get shut down. Why? Because your almighty guy is a pedophile? You okay with that? You okay with that? Then you gonna blame it on God. Oh, well, God sometimes Michael put things in your, bro, God don't work like that. But like I said, maybe your God does. Maybe yours do. Mine don't. Sorry. Mine don't work like that. Mine punishes those who are in a position that's in a position that should be protecting and caring for the children. He punishes the ones who don't. Because you're allowing people to take the innocence away from a child. When a child is brought on this planet, on this earth, they're the most innocent thing living. They're innocent. And potentially you took that away from several of them. Several of them, bruh. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So, Anthony, yeah. Michael Morales, a.k.a. Michael Flo, just been outed as a pedophile. That's been the news all weekend. So, there you have it. Right there. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm banging on today. You know what I'm saying? And that wasn't supposed to be the topic. You know what I'm saying? I was going to come up here, talk a little football, you know what I do? I mix it up, talk a little football, talk a little real life, talk a little other stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what ABLAKK Thought is. It's my thoughts. You know what I'm saying? So I mix it all up. You know, Storm Warner is where we talk football, strictly football, Kane football. ABLAKK Thought is where I give you just my thoughts on just life and things that's happening. So it happened to be that this news dropped. So now I'm giving you the real. I'm giving you that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't giving them the benefit of the doubt. Hell, dude, you're a piece of crap, dude. You're a sucker. You are a sucker. And I get it. I get it. Matter of fact, this couldn't come out of, you know what? Yeah, this couldn't come. The thought that just came in my mind is crazy. Now, Flo, if you was here, if I was to see you today right now, bro, I would beat the living crap out of you. I would just break your face. There was this youth football organization in Clinton, Maryland. And I want y'all to look it up. Y'all can look this up. It should be online somewhere. It should be online. And I'm going to give y'all I'm going to get a little personal with y'all after I tell this story. I'm going to get a little personal with you because y'all be able to look this story up too. I'm giving you a side of black that y'all ain't never seen. That's why people do. That's why people rock with me. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm real, you know, and I get respect because I respect folk, but I keep it 100 all the time. I don't say I'm the best, but I'm one of the realest. So there was this youth football organization called the Patuxent Rhinos in Clinton, Maryland. Y'all look it up. And it was a football coach. And I met him because the owner of the organization, he owned the barbershop where I used to go get my haircut, my haircuts and stuff from. So, and he wanted me to come coach over there, but he's always trying to give me some. I'm like, bro, I said, nah, bro, I ain't taking no B team. Like, no. I'm like, some of the dudes you got over there whack, can't coach at all. Like, that's why y'all always keep getting dusted off. But anyway, it was a coach over there. He was in that organization for years. And he was molesting his players. I'm talking about 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12-year-old boys, maybe even some of the 5-year-olds. Then he was videotaping it. And then he had a whole child pornography ring going on. The feds had to get in. So he was selling tapes of him and other people doing stuff to these children, man. Look it up. Patuxent Rhinos in Clinton, Maryland. It should be online. Trust me, he was doing this for years. And I asked the owner, I said, yo, you didn't know nothing about this? I said, you ain't know nothing about it. He was like, nah, I swear, hey, I ain't know. I said, man, bullshit. I said, you knew about it, yo. I said, you had to know something. I said, it doesn't go on that long, and you know this guy for so long, y'all thick as thieves, where you did not even have a clue. I said, well, even if you didn't, say your shop gets none of my business. And the guy who cut my hair left and opened up his own shop. So that worked perfectly for me. That worked perfectly for me. But this dude was doing this for years. And then those players who are now, when they came out, now they were probably like in their 20s, came out and said this happened to them. Are you still with that? Came out and said something, right? And said something about it. They admitted it. This what happened to me. This what they were doing to me. This, like, yo. And I'm telling, like I tell you, he was sexually molested. He was getting at children 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, maybe even 5-year-olds. He was doing this straight up, using his position, his power as a coach to prey on these young men's innocence, yo. So that's why I'm not even mad. This is passion. This is passion. Right? And I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to tell you something that I know for sure. This hits home. This is my family that I'm about to talk to you about. Now, I got two sides. I got my father's side and I got my mom's side. This happened on my mother's side. And y'all could look this up too. And the audio may still be online somewhere. Look it up. It's Waterbury, Connecticut. My cousin, she go by Gigi Jones. All right. And she was having an affair with this Italian, with the mayor. He was white, a mayor. But not only the fact that you was having an affair with the mayor, that's fine. You're a grown woman. You could do that. But you was giving your daughter and your niece to this man. Your daughter was like 8, and your niece was, I think, 10. My little cousin was 10. And it's audio of her saying they talking. And he was like, yeah, they talking. He's like, are you bringing them? And she was like, yeah, guess what? It's her birthday today. She gonna be 10. She's giving her daughter up and her niece to this piece of crap. My 2 cousins, young cousins. So can't nobody tell me not to bang on that punk ass dude, yo. Cause that hits home for me. Y'all look it up. Her name was Gigi Jones, Waterbury, Connecticut. In the mayor. It'll pop up. That's real. See, I ain't ashamed. I ain't ashamed, I ain't embarrassed, because that ain't me. I feel though for my 2 little cousins, because they ain't been right ever since. And if you look up even further, I think they got court documents or when they spoke to both the little girls. And one of the little girls said she was nervous, she didn't want to do it, or how bad it hurt, and all this other shit. So, Flo, you can miss me, dude, with that story is one-sided. I don't want to hear it, Holmes. And all them dudes you hang with that are brothers, they need to have some words with you. They need to have some words with you, or they ain't men. So 305, Dade County, stand up. Stand up for something other than football. Stand up for other than the young football players. Go do your due diligence and see how many other lives that this man done ruined. But I'm telling y'all, go look them stories up. They there. They still should be there. Because I would hope y'all wouldn't think I would make some wild stuff up like that, especially about my folk, about my kinfolk. Because I was in college when it happened. My brother called me, was like, yo, you heard what's going on? I'm like, bro, I don't talk to them like that. What's up? He was like, yo, man, Gigi and the girls with the mayor. And I'm like, oh, what you mean with the girls and the mayor? Like, yeah, she was having sex with the mayor. She had a baby by the mayor, but she was bringing her daughter and our cousin's daughter to him for him to do things too. I'm like, what? Soon as he told me that, I went right to the computer lab. Whoop, looked it up. Pow, right there. It even had an audio version that I told you that the feds was on. The feds was on. You can hear her voice. Oh yeah, we still coming. We still coming. Yeah. And he was like, are you bringing them? She's like, yeah. She was like, yeah, I'm bringing them. And guess what? It's her birthday today. She turned 10. It was either 10 or 12, she said. But then you got this dude, this scum of the earth, this piece of crap right here, talking about the story's one-sided. Spoken like a true criminal, a true pedophile. Where, like I said earlier, if you was in jail, they would make you get on your knees and fix it. And then you'll be found like Dahmer was. Face down in the toilet with a broom stuck up your rectum. You are the lowest of the low, bro. You are the lowest of the low. Period, dude. Disgust me, B. Disgust me. And I know it's going to be somebody out there, maybe his boy who blamed God may say, yo, would you do that if he was black? You darn right I would. I would bang on him if he was a brother, don't matter. You don't mess with children, dude. But since you ain't up here, you don't know that I told you that we went and banged on somebody who was black for messing with a child in D.C. Yeah, the mayor went to jail. The mayor went to jail, she went to jail or whatever. But, you know, pedophiles serve little to no jail time. It's proven. They serve little to no jail time at all. That's why he's not in jail. They serve little to no jail time. So they back in your community, wreaking havoc on the children. So if you don't do that search, it's a search. If you don't do that search to look up if you have any sex offenders in your neighborhood, you will never know. You would never know. You could be living next door to a pedophile, won't even know it. But it's real, bro. It's real. It's people in power that do that. Mayors, presidents, wealthy, hip-hop entertainers, all of them. They prey on the innocent. Like, yo, what can a baby do for you? Something is mentally wrong with you up here. What can a baby do for you? Nothing. Like, yo, like I'm as my witness. Anybody touches my child, my children, my daughter, my two boys, call the cops. Just come get me. I did it. Sure enough, did. Yeah. Because it ain't even, because if that young lady was my daughter and I found that out, he would be living, but trust me, he will probably be crippled or disabled. Because ain't no telling what I would have did. Real talk. Real talk. You know? You know, he used to get in his voice chats and be all sarcastic and try to disrespect folk. And I'm saying to myself, I don't see how y'all allow that motherfucker to talk to y'all like that. Because He tried it once with me, and I checked him. He never tried again. I think that's why he probably took me off a Mac show, because he knew I wasn't having it, because he didn't really like me. See what I'm saying? But it's all good, you know. It's all good. It never stopped. It never stopped the relationship that I had with Max. Never. You know what I'm saying? Those two different individuals. You know what I'm saying? I ain't blaming Max for what that punk did. Nah. Not doing it. That punk did that. You know what I'm saying? Because he couldn't talk to me, because I wasn't gonna allow him to talk to me and call me no dummy or no none of that. Nah. It just But now look. You know what I'm saying? Now look. Look at where you are now. You preyed on a young lady's innocence, dude. Now your eye don't deceive you. Now your eye don't deceive you, V. Your eye don't deceive you. Yes, that is. That's the original. That's the original IAT flag. That's it right there. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. But you know, fam, man, it's just a shame that young girl had to endure that. And like I said, you know, we don't know what she could have become in volleyball. I don't even know if she still plays or not. You know, don't know if she went to college, but you know, maybe she still loves the game, but maybe she don't, because she relates volleyball with that dude, right? With that punk. You know, so, you know, man, and I don't feel bad for him at all. You know what, Anthony? That's a good question. This is a good question, fam, to the family. This is a good question right here. Real good question. Power, of course, is just mentally ill, mentally sick. Like, yo, what can yo, something is wrong with you. Something is wrong with you, where you think you're gonna find joy and pleasurement messing with a child, laying down with a child. Then you tell the child, and it shouts out to the young lady from having the courage to come back out with that. Shout out to her. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to you, you know, for coming out and standing up and speaking up for yourself. But when she asked, well, if I don't do these things, does that mean I can't train? I can't play? And his response was, hey, you got to be all in. So you mean to tell me some of these other girls on this team, they went all in? That's why they playing? Because by your answer, he leaves that open for interpretation, to be interpreted any way. It may not be true, but odds are it is. Exactly. Exactly. This right here, Anthony. Exactly. That's like the Penn State coach, you know what I mean, doing that for years. And you mean to tell me the head coach of that university didn't know what was going on? You know what I'm saying? The dude, the Olympic dude. Like, come on, man. Like, come on. Yeah, because we don't. Exactly, bro. Right here. Exactly, Bird. You know what I mean? Like, yo, we gotta protect the community. You know what I'm saying? We have to protect the community. us as the elders, we have to, for one, us as the elders, we have to, one, stop being afraid to talk to the youth. And this ain't for everybody, but there are some people who are afraid to talk to the youth or whatever. We gotta stop being afraid to talk to the youth, excuse me. Because we got a wealth of knowledge and wisdom and understanding that needs to be passed down, and they need to hear it. You may talk to 5, 2 of them may hear you. 3 won't. That's fine. Them 3 could go on, and whatever happens, happens. But that 2 that you reach, that 2 gonna go out and talk to another 5. They may get 2 out of that 5. That's 4. Go talk to another 5. They get 2 out of that 5. Now they got 6. That's how it works. We're not gonna be able to save everybody, but we could save some of them. And the children, the babies, are the ones that need it. So men, I ask you, I challenge you, while you out in the community in your everyday travels, speak to the young brothers, the young sisters. Just have a conversation. You know, just about anything. But sneak in some gems in there about life. Sneak them in there. So when you step off, they be like, damn. Yo, Unc just hit me with some stuff and I ain't even get it in the moment, but now I understand. I challenge y'all. That's why when Father's Day come, I'm banging that video of me and my son going to college. Because that's a message that never needs to die. It never needs to die. I'm not an entertainer. I'm always going to be an athlete, but I don't play anymore. You know, I'm not on TV. You know what I'm saying? So maybe I won't get the publicity that should get, right? But if I was one of them, that thing would be, that's all people talk about for years on out. But since I'm just ABLAKK, the father, that's why I need y'all, the community, the vanguard, to help push that. And when we out in the communities, talk to the young brothers and sisters. Don't talk at them, talk to them. You know, sometimes I see cats just walk by, won't even speak to the young folk. I walk by like, what's up, brother? What's going on? What's up, sis? How you? You good? All right, bet. You know, at the job that I'm at now, my first day when I was meeting them as they come in. Hey, what's up, brother? Fitz dad. Hey, sister, how you doing? Well, now I got certain young ladies in the school, they call me Unc. Hey, uncle. They go, hey, uncle. I'm like, what's up, niece? How you doing? Hey, uncle, how you doing? I'm like, yo, how was your day? It was good? Yeah, uncle was good. All right, bet. Hey, I want to go see my uncle. Respect, bro. Respect. You know what I'm saying? So I challenge all the men that's in here right now, all 48. When you out, each one teach one. That's what it's all about. It takes a village. It takes a village. And along the way, we abandoned that concept, the majority of us. We abandoned that. But a lot of you who are my age or maybe a little older understands what it was like growing up in the neighborhoods in the community where your neighbor could whip you. Go home and you get another whooping. Because they looked out for each other. We got to get back to that. You know, and the adults got to stop being so sensitive. Oh, you can't say that to my child. Well, why not? You ain't going to say it. Your child is running wild out here in these streets. He only 8 years old. He running wild. He needs some act right. Let the community give him some act right. It'll make your job a lot easier. You feel what I'm saying? So we got to start talking to the youth, when you see him. Hey, what's up, man? Hey, what's up, brother? How you doing, man? What's going on, man? How's school? Oh, yeah, you good? Oh, what's the problem? You have some issues? Oh, what's the problem? I'm having problems in this class. All right, well, I know somebody who could probably tutor you in this subject. Don't worry about it. We'll take care of it. You don't got to pay for it. Just show up. We do it on Zoom. You just make sure you're there. Because we don't know who's the next great lawyer, next great doctor, architect, whatever, athlete, whatever. And they going to remember that. And then all the lessons you give them, they're going to know it's your responsibility now to come back to the community and impart that same wisdom that was given to you many years ago to help you along your path. Now it's your turn to do it for somebody else. You see what I'm saying? Because we had ancestors who did that. You know, Malcolm did that. Even Martin did that. Fred Hampton, Huey P., Marcus Garvey, Stephen Biko. You see what I'm saying? Sojourner Truth, right? Medgar Evers, did Mark Vesey's, Gabriel Prosser, Jean-Jacques Dessalines, Bookman Duddy. Forgot the sister name, and I was just looking at her. She's from IAT too. Queen Nanny of Jamaica. You feel what I'm saying? You know, Kwame Nkrumah, Patrice Lumumba, you know, Hannibal Carthage, Menelik III. Like, we had people who didn't get much. And there's countless others who looked out for the next wave coming up to make sure that they was equipped with knowledge of self. Elijah Muhammad, right? To make sure they was equipped. There you go. Thank you. I knew my brother was in here. Yes. Mama Fatima, you know, that understood the importance. If we gonna make it, we gotta make sure the next generation is educated and taught in the ways that we know. Teach them about who they are. Teach them about the harsh reality of who they are, what they are, and what we have to endure. But understand, anything worth having is worth working hard for, because when you pray for the rain, you got to deal with the mud too. So we got to deal with the mud. We got to get dirty to get clean. So it's our job to do the same thing, because our youth out here running wild with no guidance and no direction, and they looking to the wrong people for that guidance and direction. When that guidance and directions should come from just normal people like us, your bus drivers, your construction workers, your counselors, your teachers, your supermarket workers, or even the down on his luck guy that you see every day on the corner. If you listen to him, he got something smart he gonna drop on you if you pay attention. So we have to start doing that. We have to start talking to the youth in the neighborhoods. I talk to them every day. Every day. Some gonna listen, some's not. Ain't nothing gonna change. Look, some of them listened to Malcolm, some of them didn't. Some of them listened to Huey P, some didn't. Some listened to Fred Hampton, some didn't. Some listened to Martin, some didn't. It's gonna be that. Some listened to Marcus Garvey, some didn't. Right? Some listened to Bookman, some didn't. Some listened to Dessalines, some didn't. Some listened to Mama Fatima, so forth and so forth. Mama Queen Nanny, some didn't. That's just what it is. It's the law of average. It's like when you go out and you meet and you go to the clubs and you talk to 6 girls, you play the law of average, right? Yo, if you talk to 6 girls, you may get rejected 3 times and you may get 3 numbers. Or you may get rejected 4 times and get 2 numbers. Or you may get rejected 6 times. This is how it is sometimes. But it never stopped you from trying. So we got to get back out there and start talking to the youth again and start letting them know, yo, we family. We love you. We want the best for you. And trust me, children are smarter than we think. Children are smarter than they think. Children know. They can recognize when somebody really care for them or when somebody BSing them. They know. Children know. And you would tell if they feeling you because they won't say nothing. They going to listen to you. They're going to sit there and listen to you. And then when you finish, and you be like, yo, we good? You understand? They be like, yes, sir. Got you. They be like, and nowadays, they be like, I got you, Unc. And that's when you say, all right, nephew, I get up with you. Give him a pound, and you keep it moving. It's respect. It's respect. But you let them know, yo, I care about you. Like, yo, I love you. If ain't nobody told you, just know, I love you, homie. Period. Simple. And they know, and there's nothing weird about that. You know, I ain't saying pause because I ain't with that crap. You know what I'm saying? I ain't with that dumb, that's stupid. You know what I'm saying? Yo, they need to know that. Because we don't know the last time someone ever told them that they love them. Male or female. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I gave y'all 2 real life stories of people in position of power to take advantage of children. The Patuxent Rhinos football organization had a coach that molested many boys. It was operating a child pornography ring in Clinton, Maryland. Then I told you about my own blood, who was giving her daughter and her niece, which my 2 little cousins, to the mayor of Waterbury, Connecticut. Simple. That's real. That's real. And now this dude praying and then talking about pleading his case, you know, in a chat to people. No, the story is one-sided. Look, man, look. I could see if it was like an adult, like man, is like, say if it was like aggravated assault, you got into a fight or something, right? Or something like that. And now you want to say it was one-sided. It's like, yo, it was self-defense. He came at me. And just because I whipped on him real bad, now they're trying. I can get with that. But not when you with a young girl and you sending explicit text messages to her. You know what I'm saying? And then it was one thing I was reading. She was talking how he was saying, yeah, I want to be soft and gentle with you, but I want to make sure it's pleasurable and good to you. Yo, you're sick, dude. You have a problem. Once again, all you cats in Dade County that hang with this dude, yeah, check yourself. Yo, Michael, you got issues. You got issues, Mike. Go. Plea deal. And you register as a sex offender. Bro, ain't no way on God's green earth I'm ever gonna do something like that. Like I said, we going to court. We going to trial. Sorry. We going to trial. Show me. Yo, scrub the phones. Here, scrub the phone. Yeah, pull it, because ain't no message really deleted from your phone. Scrub my phone. Show me where I sent her sexually explicit messages. I need to know. Please, show me. Show me. We going to court, taking that to trial. But that's just me, though. That's me. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. I'm not taking no, I'm not registering as no prego, no pedo. I'm not registering as no pedo. Sorry. Not doing it. Not doing it. Not this man. Not this brother here. You know what I'm saying? And it's just, and you know, and just reading like some of the comments that I was reading, like people defending this crap or trying to defend it, the lack thereof, and you blaming God. Like that one right there really, like, you blame God. You said God sometimes put obstacles or something in your way for you to shift directions or something like that. Like, word? Like, you really put that on God? That situation, he put a 15-year-old girl in this man's path to prey on. Like, you really did that? You really put that on God? Or your God? Well, your God should punish you. Your God should punish you for putting something so deviant on him. Well, maybe your God is into that. Maybe your God is into that. No, I didn't know prior to this until it came out. Because trust me, if I would have known this back in 2022 when I got on to that platform, I would have never got on to that platform ever. If I would have known, I would have never got onto that platform at all. Now, I would have still been cool with Max, because what that dude don't, in my opinion, don't represent who Max is with me. You know what I'm saying? I've been to Cali when I was on the Jennifer Hudson show. Yay! And him and his pops came and got me and my boy and took us out to eat. So that, what that dude did, it don't resonate with him. But if I would have known this back then, I would have never been on that platform under that umbrella. Never. You know what I'm saying? I would have never been on that platform. So no, man. So now Canes get live. I didn't know up until everybody else knew, bro. Up until everybody else knew. That's when I knew. You know what I'm saying? I got a text, and I knew it was urgent just by how my man texted it. And when I went, what's going on? Oh, EK, you don't know that Michael Morales, aka Flo, got outed as a pedophile. Go on Twitter and all over the place. It's all over the place. You know what I'm saying? So, exactly. So, you know, man, I'm coming up here because I got a platform and I think everybody needs to know. You know what I'm saying? I think everybody needs to know, you know. I don't know if people are gonna do the same. It's a touchy topic, but it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just wrong. It's wrong, and it's out there. It's out there, and he did it. And this needed to be done. This needed to be done. You know what I'm saying? So I know my God is cool with me doing this. I know I'm in the straight with me doing what I'm doing, because he know I ain't perfect, but he know my heart. He know how passionate I am and the love and the care that I provide, that I give and look out for children or people in general. If I rock with you, I rock with you. And those who know me know that. If I rock with you, I rock with you. Until you give me reason not to. Until I feel you trying to be cruddy and you try to do something, you know what I'm saying, dirty or whatever, then I stop associating myself with you. But if not, if I rock with you, I rock with you. Period. So at this point, like, yeah, that man don't need to be around the program. If I was players, I would delete his number. I would not associate with this dude. None of you players on our Miami Hurricane team should associate with that guy. Ever. You don't want to be seen with him. You don't want to be associated with him. Sorry, but not sorry. He's a pedophile. You don't want to be associated with that dude. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be associated with that guy at all. Because it's not going to be a good look. Because you know what it's going to do? It's going to bring unwanted attention to the university. Instead of them talking about how great, you know what I'm saying, how great Derek Minster look, or how good Fletcher is, or how good O'Connell, or Thornton, or Moten, or Wilson, or Torrey, or Malachi. Instead of talking about the players and how good they look, they're going to be talking about, what they've been seeing with this guy, Michael Morales, who is a pedophile or was under some SAs, he's a registered sex offender. We don't need that type of energy and publicity around the program. We don't need that. We do not need that. Not when Coach Mario is getting this thing turned around and killing it in recruiting. Coach Mario is banging on these dudes' heads in recruiting, where a lot of these coaches are getting mad. A lot of these coaches are getting mad, and they're trying to team up against our coaches, bro. But it's not working. So, players, if y'all was associated with that dude, with that lowlife, stop associating with him. Stop associating with him. Period. Delete his contact. Don't talk to him. Don't speak to him. Don't text him. If you walk into the store, he in the store, walk out the store until he leave. Then go in the store. Don't be nowhere where he is. Point blank, period. But once again, I need Kingsville. I need all of them, Kingsville, Footballville, all of y'all. I need y'all to do some deep. I need y'all to do some deep diving and some digging. On some digging. And see if he did anything else to some other children. Because when y'all first started, the platform was about children. Going to the youth games and all this other stuff. Y'all need to do some digging. It's right. He right in y'all backyard. Let's uncover this, man. It's a slippery slope, and it's messy. It's messy. It's gonna get messy. But we need to know. Is that young lady the only young lady that almost fell to what you was trying to lay down? Or were there other young ladies that actually took the bait and you slept with them? And that's why they still were on your volleyball team receiving training. Because you were training them. You were grooming them. You a groomer, dude. You a groomer. You was grooming them. No wonder you voted. No wonder you voted how you voted. No wonder when them conversations used to come up about pedophilia and cats messing with children, you would get silent. You won't say nothing. It's all starting to make sense now. It's all starting to make sense. Bang. See what I'm saying? Like, boom. This right here. This is what I'm talking about. It's even worse, Black, because there was someone on Twitter/X defending him last night who turned out to be a sex offender themselves. Like, yo, can't make this up. Can't make it up, man. Can't make it up. This is just, it's sickening, man. It's sickening. You know what I'm saying? Tailgate, man, ain't gonna be no tailgate. I'm gonna tell you what. If it is a tailgate, anybody who goes to a Michael Morales tailgate, to me, undercover pedophiles. Period. If you go to a Michael Morales tailgate this upcoming season, you are an undercover pedophile. And I don't care who you are. I don't care who you are. If you support that dude, then you support pedophiles and people messing with children. Simple. Simple as that. Point blank period, bro. Because the majority of us in here, or some of us, I don't know, maybe a lot of us, maybe some don't, some do. We all got children. So I ask you, what if that was your child and you see he ain't go to jail and he's still coaching volleyball girls and making a living, making money off of YouTube, saying that he's giving it to NIL, which I never believe, give him chump change. He never broke none of us off like we were supposed to get broke off. He was keeping that shit for himself. It's all good. But imagine if it was your child and now y'all see him on YouTube doing all these shows, getting all these crazy donations by people, right? And you sit here like, yo, this cat just ruined my daughter's life. And he out here living it up. Living it up. How would y'all feel? Now y'all go to a game, y'all walk past this tailgate, and you see all these people rocking with him. Y'all wouldn't like that. Y'all wouldn't like that at all. At all. Y'all be quite upset. Y'all be quite upset. See, I know me. I would probably go flip over all the tables. Where nobody be drinking no cane dog juice, eating no sausages, nothing, no chicken. I'm turning it all over. And then I'm going to tell y'all, this dude a pedophile. He was sending explicit text messages to my daughter. But it's a couple, and maybe I could have missed it, but it's a couple people not named Max, because me and him spoke on the phone. It's a couple people not named Max that I was looking to see if they was going to say anything or speak on it. And everything I saw, I didn't see this person say not one word. You know what I mean? I didn't see this person say one word. Whether yay or nay, whether he was for it or against it. You feel me, General? You feel me, General? I was wanting you, I'm waiting on you to see something because, that's your man. Y'all thick as thieves. Like, yo. But yo, B, guilty by association. Nobody is off limits if you ain't come out and say something in the chat. Your silence is everything. Exactly. Real quiet. Real quiet. Real quiet. Huh. You know what I'm saying? You've been real quiet. But I'm telling, like, yeah. And this ain't the last time. I'm going to continue. Even when I do a storm warning show, I'm gonna just drop something on you. Boom, I'm gonna talk about it because I want to keep this fresh in your head. So when y'all see him at a game, y'all look at him with disgust. Cause y'all gonna bump into him, especially if y'all that in the chat live in Florida, in South Florida, and you go to games, you're gonna bump into him. You're gonna see him. You're gonna see him. Like, yo, but yeah, General, you've been real quiet. You've been real quiet, yo. Because he probably got to you. You know what I'm saying? You probably believe his story that you probably believe what he trying to lay down. You probably believe the story he telling you. Like he trying to tell everybody else. Nah, bro, we ain't falling for that. No matter what. Like I said, if it was assault and battery on another man when you got into a fight where you said you were defending yourself, and they just telling one side of the story because you beat the guy up so bad or something like that, I could rock with that. I could rock with that to a degree. But not when it's dealing with a 15-year-old girl, a minor. She's a minor. He's not like us. He's not like us. He's not like us. He's not like us. You sending explicit text messages talking about, yeah, you know, I wanted to be good for you. I wanted to be pleasurable to you. I wanted to be nice for you. Well, you got to get with the program. Or you got excuse me. You said you have to be all in. Then the other man in the chat talking about it's God's fault. God put things in your way sometimes for you to go a different direction in life. Really? So God wanted him to sleep with a 15-year-old girl and be a pedophile so he could choose a different avenue in life. He already chose. He chose to be a pedophile. He ain't choosing nothing else. So you trying to tell me that if he would have slept with this 15-year-old girl, that was going to be the only 15 underage girl he was going to sleep with? He would have went a different direction? So you blame it on your God now. It's God's fault. Boy, it doesn't surprise me the measures y'all go to defend your leaders. Well, you'll see something wrong and you try to put a spin on it to make it look good. Dude, you can put lipstick on a pig, it's still a pig. It's still a pig. You put lipstick on a pig, fool, it's still a pig. No matter how you dress it up, lipstick, blush, a wig, a dress, is still a pig. Man, look. Man, I already took up an hour, 23 minutes and 50 seconds of y'all time today on this Sunday, but it's something that was on my spirit, and I had to come up here and rock out with y'all. You feel me? I had to come up here and rock out with y'all, and I wouldn't be doing y'all no justice if I wasn't my authentic self. So I had to come up here and give it to you real. You know what I'm saying? I had to. And in that, I told you 2 stories I know. 3, actually, 3. You know, but I gave you a personal story that's close to home because it had to deal with my family. My first cousin and my 2 second cousins. Your first cousin is close enough to be your brother or sister. That's how close the blood is. And I hope all y'all actually went and looked it up so you can see Black wasn't telling no tall tale. I wouldn't do that, yo. But Dade County, stand up. Especially the people that surround them. Those that go to the strip club with them. You know, you go to the strip clubs because you like to go look at them young girls. You know, some older women in there, but you can't tell me there ain't no 18, 19-year-old girls up in there, some young girls. Maybe even 17, young girls. So you got to excuse you like, man, it's a strip club, you know, Yeah, you like them like that. You're a pedophile. That's how you like them. You like them young, fresh, and green. Yeah, you like them young, fresh, and green. You know what I mean? Like, come on, bro, get out of here. You know. And the rest of you cats that went radio silence on this dude, y'all some suckers too. You know what I'm saying? Y'all some suckers too. Period. Speak on it. I don't care if he's your man's or not. Speak on it. You know what I'm saying? You know? And I ain't talking about my guy. I ain't talking about Max because Matt, we spoke about it. You know what I'm saying? Me and him already rapped about that yesterday. You know what I'm saying? We talked about it. He called me. You know what I mean? So we rap, but they know who I'm talking about. Mr. General, Javi, who went super quiet. You ain't said a word. You know, with your golfing buddy that you go golfing with. Speak on it. Speak on your mans. Trying to get down with a 15-year-old girl. Hey, South Coast Kane, I feel you, brother. Be part of the rewatch squad. Exactly. All right, Max. How you blame God? How do you blame God for that? And say God puts things in your way for you, something like that. God puts things in your way for you to, obstacles in your way for you to go a different direction or something in that nature. But even to use God, to put God in the equation is wild. It's crazy work. It's crazy work. Right? Oh, yes. Oh, thank you, Achilles. Oh, my God. Yes. Thank you. This right here is wild. That right there is wild. Wild for the night. How you blame at the time your 11-year-old son and say, yeah, my son was doing it. How do you do that? Oh, yeah, I'm quoting, bro, because it applies. It applies. Like, how you put that on your own child? That's a dead giveaway to your guilt right there. Right there. That's a dead giveaway that you did it, that you sent them messages. That's a dead giveaway right there that you did it. Oh, what's up, Tyler? What's good, brother? Excuse me. But that's a dead giveaway. Yeah, my son must have been texting about with my phone, and really, when you put that on your 11-year-old child, like, come on, man. Like, come on. Like, come on. That's. But like I said, Phil, we got some things we got to do. You know what I'm saying? We got to start getting back out here and just dropping gems on our youth. You know, just conversation. You know what I'm saying? Not overbearing, not forcing, just general conversation. You know what I mean? And just letting them know that we care for them. You know what I'm saying? That we here for them. You know what I mean? To help navigate through life. Because life, the real world is tough. It's a lot of things out here. A lot of bad things, as we all know right now. And and parents look out for coaches. Look out for them. Ask questions. Ask questions. Ask your children questions. Like, is that coach real friendly? Is he touchy-feely? Do he do anything inappropriate or have any inappropriate conversations with you? Ask those questions. Ask them. And let your children know. Don't worry about it. If somebody say, you better not tell, or this is going to happen to your mommy or your daddy. Let your child know, look, ain't nothing going to happen to me. So they feel comfortable telling you. Have those conversations because it's needed. It's needed. And I'm glad that young lady spoke up for herself and put it out there. Shouts out to her for sticking up for herself. But, it's same thing, yo. Same thing. Like people in my family, they pieces, part of my brother Malcolm, let me get this one off, but they pieces of shit. A lot of people in my family pieces of shit because they try to act like the shit didn't happen. Fuck them. Fuck them. Fuck them. They pieces of shit. All of them. Who knew and didn't do nothing. And still associate with her. Knowing what she did to her daughter and her niece. My 2 second cousin, she's my first cousin. The hell with them. So, yo, it is what it is. Don't matter who you are. Wrong is wrong, right is right. And when you out here sacrificing children and sacrificing their innocence, yo, we coming for you. We letting you know. Nah, there's nowhere you can hide. Everybody gonna know who you are and what you did. So everybody in the South Florida community needs to know Michael Morales is a pedophile. He's not to be around children. He's not to be around no University of Miami player, staffer, university, none of that. He dead it on that. All that's done. You getting pub and props off of players, that's deaded. We cutting that out. That's deaded. No more leeching. Deaded. Dade County put it, dead that. Ring that out. Print his picture out. Hang it on the telephone poles. Hang it on the local parks where the children play. Pedophile. Just so y'all know, if y'all see this guy, he's a pedophile. Yeah. Go to your local Publix. Be like, yo, can I hang this up? Can we hang this up? We just want people aware that this dude's a pedophile. And he was hanging around a lot of children. He had a volleyball program. He still coaches volleyball, but it's older women. But we still want people to know. Yeah, do that. Because you mess with the purest thing in the world is a child's innocence, bro. The purest thing in the world is a child's innocence. And you try to destroy that, which I think you probably did destroy some other children. You know? Upitek Buleka? Yeah. 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 Upitek Buleka. Yeah. So, if somebody in the chat want to fill in Mr. Corey, there you go. Thank you, Tyler. So with that being said, I appreciate y'all, man. I think this is the longest show I've done solo dolo, hour and 34 minutes, which proved to myself that I can rock out for close to 2 hours on my own, and yeah, keep you in focus. You know what I'm saying? Keep your attention, which, you know, I guess this topic ain't too hard, right? But I feel I could do that with anything. But man of my word, like I said, I'm trying to give y'all a show a week or whatever to get back in the algorithms. Just trying to build a channel. I know I spoke to a couple people who are going to be trying to build their own platform. So maybe we can all merge and just do something. You know what I'm saying? Just because one sucker ruined it for him, don't mean, you know, that we got to stop. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? We could build a bigger and better brand. You know what I'm saying? A bigger and better brand without the pedophilia or the pedophile. Feel me? So with that being said, please hit the like button. And if you part of the Rewatch show, please hit the like button so they know that you're a real person and you're not a bot. Hitting the like button, excuse me, doesn't cost you a thing. It's free. You know what I'm saying? It's free. Help us grow the channel, you know, asking everybody, you know, I got 47 people. If y'all could donate $1 to the Cash App, boom, just $1, 47 people, that's $47 that can go to help them build the channel. Will be appreciated. And yo, I'm gonna be back strong this coming week again. You know what I'm saying? Just give you some content. I don't know what we're gonna talk about. I may try to have a couple of the bros on and we just rap. We just shoot the ish, you know what I'm saying? Do some predictions, you know, stat predictions or what we think certain players are gonna reach as far as, you know, numbers, you know, like Menzel or Fletcher or Malachi or Cam Vaughn or any of Josh Moore, you know, how many receiving yards, touchdowns, how many tackles, how many picks from just make it fun. You know what I'm saying? You know, in the chat, y'all can be interact with it, you know, give y'all view and what y'all think certain players' numbers would be at the end of the season. But once again, I want to appreciate all my storm warning heads, you know what I'm saying, that's sitting here, you know what I'm saying, to come up on this Sunday and show Black some love. Appreciate all y'all, love y'all, you know what I'm saying. We always gonna keep it real, you know what I'm saying. We're not gonna be long, never, but we always gonna be strong. You feel me? So I want everybody to walk in your own path, you know, be righteous, go out there in your everyday travels and start talking to the youth. Feel me? So on that note, I'm out. Peace.